Make sure they're set.
Matthew and Brandon at Maddie's. So we got ourselves here. We got it diagnosed for the most part. Haven't got a chance to look at the cam, but this is one of the GMs that came in 2015 GMC Sierra with the lovely 6.2 liter that I'm sure a lot of people have heard about issues out there. I've been following a little bit on it. I've seen a handful of these trucks. I know GM's got some bullshit recall or whatever where they're changing out the 0W20 or whatever this thing comes with to diesel oil. I think 1540 or 5W30 or whatever. Clearly they know there's an oiling issue. Went on Identifix because we had a lifter tick, second gen AFM motor. I've already done lifters on a couple of these not the 6.2 but the 5.3s. I actually have a Tahoe sitting next to it that's going to be torn into shortly. But we have number 4, lovely push rod here, which is no longer straight. Did enough damage that the rocker itself has a little bit of sideways movement. As far as I can tell, the bearings are intact, but we'll end up throwing that into the quote. But per usual, diagnosing it. This thing, oddly enough, did not have any check engine light on, no misfire codes, was running pretty steady, but had obviously the push rod and lifter tick. Pretty sure the AFM lifters collapsed on the intake. I did stick the borescope down into the cylinder bore. Valves look nice and clean. Cylinder cross hatching's all clean. Was watching a couple of videos from some other guys that are doing deletes on these engines now. Some common theories. If any of my previous mechanic friends from Green Bay have run into any of these and want to chime in on the comments, let me know any other information. Odd thing is you go on Identifix, and granted they don't have everything from the dealer, but there was no bulletins from GM about bent push rods or anything else. Clearly it's a AFM lifter stuck closed. There was a guy out on YouTube that was talking about the degree and the angle that this sits in there. Oddly enough, the backstory that customers stated to me was that, I don't know if all the lifters were done, but this engine has had lifters done at least twice. I'm not sure about the camshaft. But we'll be pushing forward. I've already talked to him about engine options. Wants to price out going back to stock, which is going to be a problem because the AFM lifters are on national back order on the one that I just checked on the Tahoe to my left. But I'm going to check into a delete kit. I did do that on a 5.3 on one of the earlier versions of this engine. So this story will be ongoing. I've got some time with this one. Customer is not in a rush, just wants it fixed right where it's not going to be throwing another AFM lifter. I believe the V-loam is going to be part of this issue. There's got to be an oiling or a leak down in the V-loam in the middle of the engine. That would not have to be pulled if we were pulling cylinder heads to do lifters, but I will be pulling and checking some things when I do get into this after I get some pricing together. So keep apprised because there'll be more to come on this one when we get it tore down. And we got Brandon just putting the valve cover back on for right now in the meantime. And yeah, make it a great Wednesday. Look forward to more GM things coming. So